Mention the River Torrens and most people will probably think about family trips on Popeye or walking alongside it while on the Linear Park Trail. However, there have been a lot of surprising things happening to the health and vitality of Adelaide's iconic river. And it's all good news. A great person to give us a clear idea about how the River Torrens is changing for the better is Green Adelaide Board Chair, Professor Chris Daniels. Chris, I love the sound of the Banjo Frogs working their magic in the background.
Aren't they magnificent? So, Banjo Frogs are really good environmental indicators, as are all species of frogs. The river is 85 kilometres long, and we often forget what an extraordinary river it was and it's now becoming. The River Torrens has been an incredibly important part of the culture and history of Aboriginal people for the last 45,000 years. And from 1836, when the Europeans arrived, we kind of trashed the river. And particularly the last 20 years, the river has been transformed. Now it's one of our recreational centres. It's where people come to cycle, to relax, to enjoy, and we've brought life back to the river. Green Adelaide is a new landscape board. It was created by the state government in July 2020. We stretch from Sellex Beach all the way up to the city of Playford into the north and along the hills face side. Green Adelaide's remit is to look at all 17 councils of the greater metropolitan area, and it's charged with looking after the city. We work with all of the local governments and many partners, our utilities companies and the state government, and with federal government grants, and groups, friends groups, community groups in all of our public and private spaces. And they present really important opportunities to rewild the city. We've been able to transform wonderful sections of the river like the St Peters Billabong here into these little oases. And this is one of the things we're really proud of in Green Adelaide. The St Peters Billabong was an arm of the River Torrens. Over the last 20 to 30 years, we've been working with our partners to re-veg it. And there's been a huge amount of replanting. And the friends of St Peters Billabong, the local residents here, actually take care of the place. These wilder locations are opportunities for families and kids to come and experience nature. We are working to create a cooler, greener, wilder, more climate resilient city, and these places have a lot to offer in that space.
Nadine Kelly, Urban Team Leader at Green Adelaide, is always keen to talk about the improving health of the River Torrens.
Back in the 1930s, the idea was to get rid of the water as quickly as possible, just get it out to sea. And now we try and value the water and the life that it can bring. So stage 3 in Breakout Creek is going to take the channel, which is this really straight-sided channel just covered in grass, and really trying to create an environment that's a working, functioning ecological system. We're putting in over 200,000 plants, sort of wetland environments. We've done things like put in lots of gross pollutant traps along all the different creeks. Every one of these collects all the litter that would otherwise go straight into the river. So all the fish, the bird life, the frogs that you can hear, and all the plants in the water, they need cleaner water and clearer water. We've also done a lot of work getting rid of all the woody weeds and letting the native plants come back. So everything we do in the River Torrens is really about making it feel and look, but really be the best river that it can be in this urban environment.
I believe there's interesting things about reintroducing the platypus in the Torrens.
The platypus lived here for tens of thousands, probably millions of years, and we managed to eradicate them from the River Torrens in about 40 years. We owe it to the platypus to bring them back to their natural habitat. So we're investigating what it takes to bring platypus back to the area.
And Chris, I believe the National Park City project is very close.
The National Park City concept appeared in London in 2019, and London was the first National Park City. We want to be number 2, and we think with places like this we can make it.
Chris, if people want more information on Green Adelaide, what's happening on the River Torrens or the National Park City project, what can they do?
You can find out lots about Green Adelaide by going to our web page and also by going to Facebook and social media.
Sounds like Adelaide's got a green future.
It has. It's got a wonderful future and really exciting opportunities coming up.